Okay guys, for lesson 8.12, it's common fractions still, and we're still multiplying fractions, but now it's just word problems. And I know most of you get really freaked out whenever we do word problems, so I just want to caution you, take your time, read the problem, try to figure out what it's asking you to do. If you need to draw a picture, go ahead and do so. You can do it. Okay, we're going to skip the step in, and we're just going to jump in, and I'm going to show you how to do this problem on the step up, so step up A. And then more than likely, we'll probably move on and try 2A as well. So we'll be doing this one right here and this one. And then when we're done, I'm going to have you choose 2 different story problems, and you're going to try to solve them. And if you could, log on to my Google Classroom where under Math where it says the Nearpod link. So you'll go to 812, and then when you open that, it'll have the answer key and this video, and then if you click Nearpod, it's this really cool program that will let you draw on this. So you'll see these problems on Nearpod, and it will give you the opportunity to click a draw tool so that way you can show me your work and you can show me your answer. Now, just try your hardest. I know you'll probably get stressed out thinking that I'm grading them, and I am looking over them to see what you're learning, but I'm more so looking at what can I help you with. So don't stress yourself out too much about it. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into it. We'll start here. It says Victoria has 5 blue ribbons that are each 1 3/4 yard long. If another ribbon is 6 times as long as one of Victoria's ribbons, what is the length? Okay. The first time I read that, I saw 3 different numbers. I saw 5 blue ribbons. I saw that they're each 1 3/4 yard long. And then I saw that another ribbon is 6 times as long. Now, does that mean I have 3 different steps? I don't know. Do I need all that information? Let's read it one more time to see if we can figure it out. Victoria has 5 blue ribbons that are each 1 3/4 yard long. Okay, so I'm picturing that in my mind. She has 5 of them, and they're each 1 3/4 yard long. If another ribbon is 6 times as long as one of them, what is the length? Okay, so I know one ribbon. Here's my blue ribbon. I know one ribbon is 1 3/4 yard long. And they're saying, okay, if another ribbon is 6 times as long as that, how long is it? So if it's 6 times as long as this one, I know that I need to take this number and multiply it by 6. So that 5 that we read earlier in the story problem, Victoria has 5 blue ribbons, not necessary. They're just trying to throw in some information that will confuse you. So we're going to go ahead and try to solve this. 1 3/4 times 6. Now, I'm going to convert this to an improper fraction right away, so that way I don't get confused later on. So just a reminder, 4 times 1 is 4 plus 3. So I know that's going to be 7 as my numerator, 4 as my denominator, and then I'm going to multiply by 6, or 6 over 1. Now I can multiply straight across. 7 goes into 6, or I'm sorry, 7 times 6 is 42. 4 times 1 is 4. Now I'm left with an improper fraction. You notice the 42 is bigger than the 4? So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to see how many times 4 will go into 42. Let's just go ahead and work that long division off to the side. So, how many times does 4 go into 4? 1 time. When I subtract, I get nothing left. Bring down my 2. How many times does 4 go into 2? 0. Now I have 2 left over, but I have nothing to bring down, so that means I'm done. So I'm going to rock around the clock to figure out what the answer is. Well, my whole number is 10, and I have 2 left over out of 4. So 10 2/4 is the answer to that problem. 10 2/4. Okay? So, I'm going to write it over here so I have more room. 10, whoa, I don't even know why I try. 10 2/4, or some of you guys already recognize 10 2/4 is the same as 10 1/2. So you could write that as well. Okay, let's try one more. Okay. Bianca reads 3/4 of a page of a book each minute. She has 25 pages left to read. How many pages will she read in 5.5 minutes? Okay, so what I noticed about that right away is they have some extra information that they're trying to fool you with. You don't need all of that information. So Bianca reads 3/4 of a page of a book each minute. So each minute she reads 3/4 of a page. She doesn't quite finish, but she gets really close. She has 25 pages left to read. Okay, how many pages will she read in 5.5 minutes? Okay, so can you decipher which information you don't need? It's this right here. She has 25 pages left to read. You don't need that. You don't need to know it. Okay, all you need to know is that she reads 3/4 of a page in 1 minute, and it says how many pages will she read in 5.5 minutes. Okay, so I need to figure out what 5.5 times 3/4 is. Okay, so I'm going to convert this to an improper fraction right from the get-go. 2 times 5 is 10, plus 1 is 11. And then I'm going to multiply it by my 3/4. 11 times 3 is 33. 2 times 4 is 8. Now you notice that's an improper fraction, so we're going to have to fix it. How many times does 8 go into 33? Well, let's just divide it here off to the side. How many times does 8 go into 30? We'll get 4, and that's 32. Subtract, I have 1 left over. So I'm going to rock around the clock here. Here's my whole number. I've got 4 and 1/8. That's my answer. Okay. So like I said, go ahead and choose 2 story problems. You don't have to do all of them. Choose 2 story problems, and then go ahead and do your best to try to fill them out on the Nearpod website that I linked to Google Classroom.